I'm doing the Galaxy Vibe.
No, I'm going to that blue ras lemonade.
Yeah, let's go. So, yeah, we wanted to start doing some podcasting on different subjects. So, again, if you guys are watching on YouTube, or if you're watching on Facebook, or you're watching on some social media platform, definitely encourage you guys to share some feedback. Share something, again, that you would like us to really touch on. But we want to definitely keep it real 120%. Keep it absolutely real and authentic and transparent with each and every single one of you. I know that's hard in today's society, but we definitely want to keep it there. I think a lot of our experience being in the field of education, working with kids, coaching kids, it speaks a lot of volume. And I know there's a lot of coaches that are going to be watching and going, yeah, I can definitely attest to that. There's going to be even parents and teachers in the education field that are going to attest to that and go, damn, they're actually on the money. So, and of course, we're always going to add some funny ass shit, straight up, no doubt, because that's what we do. It's just one of those things, one of those nature things. So yeah, Neil, let's jump right into it, man. Let's jump right into it. So,
all right, so let's start off with a little comedy here.
All right.
Would you rather?
Oh God.
Okay. Would you rather have ostrich legs or elephant legs?
So ostrich run fast, no doubt. But an elephant, you think about this.
You want the stability or do you
Exactly,
want the speed?
right.
Do you want to lift everything or do you want to move quick?
I'm gonna go with run quick. Only because in the savannah, like I'm thinking, like in the savannah, you gotta move, you gotta run. Elephant, but I guess I'm overthinking this because, and that's probably gonna be your guys' biggest thing is I overthink shit. So I'm thinking of an elephant and a lion.
Yep.
The damn ostrich is so fast, the lion doesn't catch it. So
if you're an elephant, just kick that thing.
yeah, right. Or you step on his ass, you know.
Right.
So that's kind of where I'm gonna go with the ostrich still.
Okay.
What would you do?
I'm going elephant. Yeah, I can kick anything, I can lift anything. I ain't gotta be fast. I'm not trying. It's hot. I'm not trying to run. So I think I'm going elephant.
What would you rather be, the ostrich or the elephant? And I want you guys to comment. I want you guys to share. We definitely encourage each and every single one of you. That's part of the engagement. That's part of, again, podcasting with you guys. All right, so let's jump into today's topic, man, because this has really been one that's really festering in my mind, and it has a lot to do with just the value of family, like today. You know, so I'm gonna be, again, being real, being very real with you guys. So my daughter's 16 and she went out last night with her friend. And her friend has some leeway, and so I was like, okay, cool. You know, they give her a lot of freedom, and I get that. So, but I'm like, okay, 12 o'clock is coming. Now, you and I grew up in an era where we had like a curfew, street light, okay? Or you knew, like, growing up that there's a possibility if you get picked up by the police, they're going to bring you home, and you're going to get your butt whooped, right? Yep. So last night, mind you, I'm playing some Call of Duty for a little bit. I'm like, oh yeah, it's getting late. So I'm like, hey, it's getting late. Like, it's 12 o'clock, and if they pull you over, they're going to go ahead and move the car to the side, and now they're going to bring you home. So I gave her the whole spiel. Dude, she pulls up at 12:45. Oof. Yeah.
That's a tough one, especially with this time of the age of the area we're at. You know, it's Cinco de Mayo weekend.
Oh my
people
God.
flying around drinking. So yes.
And so for you guys that are watching, we live on the banks of the Colorado River. So for you guys that are watching, it's party heaven. It's everything. It's in fact, I just found this out yesterday. You know, fun fact. Oh, we can do fun facts too. That's cool.
Yes.
Hey, so fun fact: the Colorado River actually feeds what city?
Ooh. Feeds a lot of cities.
What major city? I should have said. What major city do you
Los
think?
Angeles.
Oh, damn it! You've seen the same special.
I've done my homework.
Okay, so for those that are watching, the Colorado River feeds, and it, again, like I said, it goes through many towns, many little small cities like ours, and it feeds Los Angeles the most. And I was just like, whoa, wow.
Something like 40%.
And so, did you see the new video?
No.
Oh my God. Okay, so no disrespect to those individuals that are working in waterworks, I think that's a hard job. But so they made a video using Backstreet Singing, and let me tell you, they're all in white and they're talking about water rights.
Okay.
So, fun fact, again, conserving water. But anyways, we live on the Colorado River. It is a party scene. Cinco de Mayo, happy to Cinco de Mayo to each and every single one of you. And this is probably, one of those busy holidays for us on the river. So having safety is key. And I think that, going back to that, the values in homes, I sometimes believe now, the more that, the way that we're going in society, I think those snaps. I think the value system is kind of like which says like it's what's the right word?
It's becoming more of parents want to be friends, and they're just giving these kids so much leeway that it spills over into like my household. I know. My son goes out and he's like, well, they don't have a curfew. Well, you do.
Right.
You're not them.
Right.
I'm not your friend. I'm your father right now. So. Yeah, the values are definitely evolving as a society. Yes.
And so I'm like, and he's telling me this, and I'm like, man, I get what you're saying. And he tells me, he's like, the biggest thing that he can't stand is that the federal government is in it, right? And I'm not trying to get all political or anything. I am an advocate for TikTok. I think TikTok there's some funny things that you can watch, and you can have the messed up day. Just like Instagram, and I'll be sending you some videos, and you send me some videos, and we will share some different videos with each and every single one of you guys. So, he's right though. There are some videos on there that you can use to learn, just like YouTube. And again, here we are sharing our voices, sharing our message, sharing our experience with people on YouTube and Riverside and all the other social media platforms. But I think that, he's absolutely correct that there's got to be a value system within that branch. And going back to that rule, there's got to be a rule of what you're consuming, and I like.
Yeah, I do agree that we shouldn't be censoring people to an extent. There is some material on there that I understand, like age appropriate things like that, but to just ban something because you don't have your hand in your pocket, that's a little.
That's greedy.
Yeah.
Damn, that's greedy.
I mean, you're taking our rights away.
Yeah.
That's where I started drawing the line.
Yeah, I was talking about drawing the line. So, I went on this field trip with a bunch of students to see me, Catalina Island Science Institution, and I had a great time. If you guys ever get the opportunity to go there, experience it for a couple of days. Nonetheless, I want our way back, man, and drawing the line. I'm going to draw the line. Right here. Right now with each and every single one. The robot system, that right there freaks me out.
Yeah. I'm not messing with the robots.
So the robot system at McDonald's blew my mind in California. I was pissed. Like straight up. If you guys understand, like I was pissed. I like one-on-one. I like having conversations. Neil's the same exact way. He has the same personality. We're very, we're not introverts, we're extroverts. And I walked in there and I was looking for a cash register. There's no cash register at this McDonald's. I was looking, and he points and there's like 6 of those kiosks.
Yeah.
And I was like, and then, no disrespect to anybody, take those Chinese, no disrespect to the culture whatsoever. I love the culture, I love the food. But there was a Chinese bus that got up there before we did.
Yeah.
And so it was just, I was just like, wow. They were amazed. And so I had to do a little research. They don't have it like we do.
No, they don't.
So, I was just like, wow, what a culture change it is for them, to experience that. But I was just like, I was pissed off because I didn't get to talk to anybody. I didn't tell them I wanted extra pickles. Of course, now you have to do it on the kiosk. But I'm like,
yeah, okay, but was it cheaper since you were doing your own work?
No.
That's where I go.
That's what we draw the line. It was expensive. Yeah, so I got 2. And I like the hamburgers. I'm not the Big Mac, no disrespect, but I like just old-fashioned hamburgers. So, yeah, I got 3 hamburgers, a large French fry, and a large drink.
Okay.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Thankfully, the damn straw was actually plastic.
Oh, there you go. No, I went to Walmart. I do the self-checkout. I push pay. I end it. Boom, boom, boom. It says, do you want to leave a tip? To who?
Wait, what?
To myself?
Oh,
who am I tipping?
God.
Who's getting the tip? Where's the tip go?
Yeah.
I draw a line.
That's where you gotta draw the line. I like
Do I get a refund on my hey, $36.46 tip. Bring my money back.
In fact, now that you brought that up, I'm thinking like, why didn't we draw the line when those kiosks actually came? I mean, how many people got put out of work? But check this out. You go there and then like you get a random onion or a random freaking vegetable that doesn't have the barcode.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you're lost. You gotta search it. And then if you're like me, a little dyslexic sometimes, you misspell onion, you put opinion. Oh my god. Damn.
It's expensive to have one of those.
And more people that come over, they're like, you spelled that wrong. I'm like, really, bro? Like, serious? Like, okay, whatever, man. But yeah.
Don't ask me to search for no banana. I don't know how many N's and A's are in that thing.
But you get so used to it, though, and then you pretty much know the codes. And pretty soon you're like, now that we've been doing this for such a long time, you're helping out other people.
Yeah. Meat.
There it is right there. So that is a great tip. If you're buying meat at, and I'm going to go further now. If you buy meat anywhere and it's packaged, you might want to take it over to the produce section. Make sure the produce section, behind the produce, they have those scales. Sometimes they have the little knobs to make sure they're calibrated right. And that's all you do is just move that little knob and back, and it'll go down to zeros. And then you weigh your meat and see if you're paying for your meat. Yeah, something like that. Gotta watch your meat. Let's say that.
Pay for it, don't beat it.
I'm going to iHeart Tacos, man. After this, I'm going to iHeart Tacos. So, talk about the universe changing. I'm ordering, I get ready to sit down, I look to my right as the door opens, and there they are again, him and his daughter. I'm like, oh, that's cool. So he actually brought his daughter to iHeart Tacos. iHeart Tacos, if you guys are watching, appreciate you guys' food. Love the hospitality. That's one thing I was telling people. So my mother-in-law, love my mother-in-law. And we're going to get into this now. We call them outlaws. Not just in-laws, we call them outlaws. So, my mother-in-law, I love her, God bless her soul, but she's loud, like straight up. I'm loud, but like she's louder. And she's been working construction, so she's like real loud.
Yes.
And somehow or another, my father-in-law, bless his heart, most patient man I've ever met in my life. I've learned a lot of things from him. The one, just don't say anything. That's it, just don't say anything. So, we're sitting down, and they bring their order, my mother-in-law's order. We're sitting at the same table now, and my father-in-law takes his food, who he thought was his food, and he just starts chowing down. My mother-in-law is like, oh, they messed up. They messed up. They didn't. And then she looks over after she goes to the counter and complains. She comes back and she looks at my father-in-law as he's getting ready to bark on the second taco. And she's like, what did you have? He's like, well, I had I think a fish, or I think, he said, I about lost it because I was like, he thinks, he wasn't quite sure. Could have been a human finger. But nonetheless, it went down the hatch. So, I make a long story short, it was so comical because my mother-in-law is like yelling at the work, and I'm like, I shook my head. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
What's the purpose? What goal do you get at yelling at something? That's crazy. And, so it was comical.
That's funny.
I know you got one of those stories.
Oh man, my outlaws, they are a different breed. Love them to death, but so my mother-in-law, Nasty Nancy. Okay, first time I meet this lady, she chases me trying to grab my ass the whole time. Mother-in-laws love me. She loves me. But yeah,
oh my God,
outlaws. Whew.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
So his mother-in-law, God bless her soul, we went out to eat a while back, and in our community we have the Shriners. They put on every single, at the end of the month, they put on an event where they have all the like taco trucks and all the food trucks and so forth. And so we're there, and we had a couple drinks, nonetheless. It was so funny because I'm getting in the car. Neil's already in the car, ready to go. I'm getting in the car, and I'm starting to pull up. So I promise, guys, this is a true story. She stands for. She goes, "Watch this." She tells my wife and her daughter, "Watch this." She takes her shirt and she goes like this. Now, mind you, okay, I wasn't expecting that by any means. Okay, and she has an undershirt. Let me say that. So she lifts up. I didn't know she had an undershirt. But that moment just defined her beautiful personality. She is authentic all the time. And I love that about her. She was born with it. It's a gift.
Always 100% herself.
Yes.
Always a good time. Always a good time. So.
Oh, yeah. Being a coach.
Okay.
Being a coach in the 21st century, 2025 is just, 260 days away from us today. And so, I mean, what does that look like today?
Tough. The way the society's going and everybody wants to blame somebody else as a coach, you know, a lot of fingers get pointed your way and you don't like my child and you're just mean and you're only here for yourself, and it's a tough job. Outside of that, I think umpiring would be the hardest one.
Yeah.
Because they get blamed for everything.
Yeah, they do.
But yeah, it's a joy and a curse at the same time.
Yeah, I definitely attest to that. And now today is very different. Where today I'm like, wow, there's a lot of parent issues where you can't coach a certain way because parents will come. I mean, they'll go to the board, they'll go to the newspaper, they'll go on social media, they'll blast your ass. It's different. It's a different beast today versus just 10, 15, 20 years ago. You didn't have that. And that's why I admire Nick Saban too. Is because he removed himself from that beast and how fast it was growing just in the NCAA. I think it's imperative for our kids to actually have true disciplined coaches to enforce that discipline, to enforce those self-standards. And
I think a lot of parents don't understand how much time we actually put into coaching.
God.
It's not just the 2 hours of practice after school or the little hour and a half game on a weekend. I mean, I go first thing in the morning, I wake up and I start doing my game planning and practice planning for that day, and then I get into work and then I start setting everything up, you know, go through my day, get practice ready, then I go home and I start analyzing how practice went, what we need to change, what kid needs what tomorrow. And I mean, you're putting in 7-8 hours like another job every day.
Right.
And parents just think we're only there for the 2 hours and we just hate their kid, when in actuality their kid's just not doing anything at practice.
I'm telling you.
You know, I can't put time and effort into someone who doesn't want time and effort put into them.
Yeah, I agree. I just wanted to ask you that because, you know, coach is still, he's still coaching and he's still putting a lot of time and effort, and it shows. It shows so much, you know. And we talk. We go to B-Dubs and we talk, and he tells me, and I'm like, wow. And I remember some of those kids. Those ones, well, you never forget their names. You know, you just remember them. All right, well, Neil, shoot, man, it's been a blast, dude.
Yeah,
Serious. It was his first time?
First time.
First time today. You guys, again, rate, comment, feedback. How did we do? And what else could we do for you? Okay?
Let us know. Put it in the comments.
That's it. All right, until next time, we'll see you guys. And yes, the background, everything will always change. We want to keep things really raw and real. So it might be from my living room, might be from a coffee place, might be from a restaurant in our community. We'll ask permission, of course. And yeah, we're just going to have a ball. This whole rest of the year is going to be podcasting and sharing different experiences and different lessons. And of course, some gut-busting, comical shit for each and every single one of you. All right, until we meet again, be blessed. Peace out.
Have a good one.